there's a reason why you're not mastering the art of trading. So in trading, it's a big mindset thing, okay? Because you have a strategy, you have indicators, you have price action, candlesticks, you have everything in the world available at your fingertips to go ahead and create an edge for yourself. And what you're trying to really do is you're trying to scrape small, tiny profits each and every single day, okay? And where this gets misinterpreted is that a lot of traders go out there and they sign up for a bunch of different prop firms and they're trying to capture like the whole move. They're trying to capture, you know, a month's worth of P&L in one trade. Or they have this idea of if they could just get that one payout, their whole life is going to change. When in reality, someone who is trading a live capital. Now, again, I've been trading live capital in my options account for over 10 years now. The mindset is extremely different than when you go over into the prop firm futures trading space, because it is very gamified. When you trade prop firms, you are over leveraged beyond means that you could even begin to fathom if you were trading a personal account. And realistically, you know, I'll use an example of someone who has a $50,000 account with, you know, any prop firm of your choice. You've got drawdown between $2,000 and $2,500. And a lot of times traders struggle to make, you know, $3,000 to get that price target met so they can get into the funded account. And they have no idea why it's so difficult. And if you really take a moment and you really think about this for a second, you're taking a $2,000 or $2,500 account and you're trying to essentially double it in a day. You're trying to essentially double it in a week or 2 weeks or even 3 weeks. Many of you guys, okay, and you can't lie to me, many of you guys wish and are trying to pass an evaluation in a matter of a few days. You're trying to pass an evaluation in a matter of a week. Let's be honest, and let's really call an ace and a spade, okay? And when you really think about this from a logical kind of standpoint, there's no shot in hell that you're realistically taking a $2,000 personal account. Let's say you take $2,000, you wire it into your personal brokerage account. You know, the chances of you doubling that account size, going from $2,000 to $4,000 in a week, is slim to none. Am I saying that it's impossible? Absolutely not. Anything is possible if you catch a good break, you take a few good lucky trades on, you know, a day that happens or seemingly to be trending in one direction where you had a tight stop loss and it ended up going. But the reality of the matter is that not every day is going to be that way. You know, a lot of the times, especially right now in this market cycle, you know, you're getting extreme volatility and humongous ranges off the open that are, you know, essentially you could be in the right side of the trade and it's going to stop you out just due to the pure range. You know, at one point in time, you were looking at 5-minute candles on the NQ trading in ranges of 30, 40 points. And many of you guys are trading mini contracts, and to take a 20, 25, 30 point hit, you know, before your take profit gets triggered, I mean, you're talking essentially about being down $400, $500, $600. So one thing that I want you guys to take away from this video is that if I were to tell you right now to put $2,000 into a personal account, how would you manage that money? Would you go out there and would you trade one mini contract? Probably not. A lot of you guys wouldn't even be able to afford trading one mini contract with the margin requirements, let alone have enough drawdown to be able to make that even work for yourself. So you'd be forced to trade micros. And I can almost guarantee you guys, if you get into a trade, even trading 1 or 2 micros, the moment you're down $100 in a particular trade, you're going to be sweating bullets, because for every $100 that you're losing, you're essentially losing, you know, 5% of your account, 10% of your account. You know, you take a few losing trades, your account is down 20, 30%, right? You know, someone takes 3 or 4 losing trades of $100, or hell, for that matter, 1 losing trade of $400, and essentially your account is drawn down 35%. You know, if you really want to make it in this business, that's no way to operate this business. It's no way to allow your account to draw down 20% in a day. It's, you know, not smart to take 10 trades a day. It's not smart to try to make $1,000 a day. It's not smart to try to double your account size in a week. Realistically, like if you can go out there and take $2,000 and turn that into $500 in a month, you'd be doing very, very well for yourself. And from a statistical kind of standpoint, from a percentage standpoint, someone who's able to generate even $500 on a personal account or a funded account, you're doing far better than 90% of the traders that are out there. Because 90% of the traders that are out there, although what you see on social media is people who are, you know, trading 10 accounts, have them all copy traded, which again is not real life. And they're taking out $20,000 a month from any specific prop firm, or $10,000 a month, or $5,000 a month, or, you know, you're seeing these P&Ls of, you know, $15,000, $10,000, $4,000 a day. It's just not realistic. Because if it was realistic and it was that easy, the numbers and the metrics would be reverse. You would see 90% of traders who are making $10,000+ a month, and you would see 10% of traders who are failing. But when you think about it, and 90% of traders are failing, and I failed for a very, very long time, 2.5, almost 3 years of failing. I think I was down, you know, I've told this story before, but, you know, I was down at one point in time 10 years ago, $39,000, before I finally, you know, got really, really tired of getting slapped and running my head into the same brick wall. You know, you can only show up every day and try to run your head into the same brick wall before your head finally starts to hurt and you finally start to have enough. So my message is very, very simple. Regardless if you're trading a personal account or regardless if you're trading a prop for account, be content with what the market is giving you. If you take a trade and you make $40 and you make $50 and you're just starting out and you have not taken a payout with a prop firm, be happy with that. You know, come back tomorrow and try to duplicate that process again, and come back the next day and try to do it again. Over time, your account will grow. You'll be at a point where you'll be able to take a little bit larger size, trade more contracts, trade heavier size, leverage yourself a little bit more to where, you know, maybe those $40 wins and turn into $150 wins, and those $150 wins turn into $300 wins. But I want you to put yourself in this mindset for at least the next 5 days. Okay? If you're trading a prop firm, manage that prop firm as if those were real funds, meaning not the $50,000 leverage that you're leveraged. I'm talking about the drawdown, the $2,000 drawdown, the $2,500 drawdown that you're allowed with these prop firms. Imagine if that was real. Imagine if every trade you took where you're up $40, $50, $60, $70, if you can actually keep that $40, $60, $70. Imagine when you're in a trade and it's going against you and you're down $100, that's $100 off your bankroll of $2,000. And when you come back tomorrow, you're only left with $1,900. I can almost guarantee you that the mindset switch and the flip will start to happen a lot sooner when you start to take this a little bit more serious. And a lot of traders think that taking trading serious is by learning more strategies and by learning the best time to enter the market, or the highest probability setup, or the best risk settings and stop losses, and, you know, what's got the highest win rate percentage. None of that matters if you can't manage trades of $50 at a time or $100 at a time. If you can't grow a $2,000 account to $2,500, if you can't grow $2,500 into $3,000, means another $500 on that in a month, you're not ready to try to, you know, take a $50,000 prop firm account to $10,000 this month. Because the lesson in the memo is simple, okay? And it's been this way since the test of time. I don't think any one particular person who is walking, breathing, and alive on this planet, you know, was born able to run. And if you were, you're very, very special, okay? But you crawl before you start to walk. And when you stand, you fall down a few times before you can walk smoothly. And before you run, you start to jog. Okay. So again, baby steps, be realistic, and put yourself in a situation for the next 5 days that that $2,500 drawdown that you have with your prop firm is actually real money. And treat your trading when you do lose a trade as if you have to protect that. Treat those wins, no matter how big or small they are, as if you have to protect that. Because if you truly want to stay in this business and you want to do this business for a long time, that's the mindset and that's the approach and that's the fundamentals that are going to need to be mastered before you start to put on any trades with any serious size. Okay, forget about the strategy, forget about the win rate percentage, forget about what the market is doing, forget about the elections, forget about earnings, forget about all of that stuff. If you can't manage $20, $40, $50 at a time, you're not going to manage $200, $400, $600 at a time. It's plain and simple. Because most of you, and I was at that point myself personally, I'm no different and no specialer than anyone else. But there was a point in time where I was not ready to manage hundreds of dollars leaving and entering my personal account. And for the most of you guys who are not seeing consistent returns and not taking payouts and not actively making any money, where you're actually withdrawing cash and putting it into your bank account, putting it into your back pocket, have no business trading 4, 5, 6, 7 accounts. Start with one account and see how long it actually takes you trading it the right way and the smart way before you can actually make ends meet to take that payout. Meaning, how long is it going to actually take you to make $3,000 off $2,500? And realistically speaking, you're starting with a $2,500 account. That's what you have in drawdown. If you're with Apex, you have $2,500. If you're with Top Step, you have $2,000 starting balance. Realistically, think about this for a second. How long do you think it should take you to double that account in size? And before all the smartasses in the room say, well, I can go on and put 1, 2, 3 mini contracts, take one amazing trade and make $2,000 in one day. That's not wrong, but it's not the right way to do things. And I think you know that. And I think it's the people who think that way, that they can just go out there and hit a couple of winning trades or a couple of big trades early on and kind of pad their cushion, are the ones that run into problems a lot more than not. Because although it may be easy to over leverage yourself and hit $1,000 trade or have a, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 week, it's just as easy to watch it all wipe away in one day as well. So if you really want to take this serious and you want to do this for a living and you want to be around this business for a long time, start to look at yourself in the mirror and start to ask yourself the hard questions. Are you managing your money the way you would manage it if it was real money in your account? If that $2,500 drawdown that you're looking at in your Apex account or Top Step account, if that was real money, would you be risking $200, $300, $400, $500 on a particular one trade? And if the answer is no, then I think you know the next answer to help you become a better trader. Start looking at yourself internally and start asking yourself these tough questions. But more so than just asking yourself the questions, start answering them with a realistic approach. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys would like to go out there and get some Apex accounts where you can actually start to trade them the right way and the most proper way with proper risk management, that's going to keep you in this business for a long time, that link is down in the description box below. You guys can use SAVE80 as the coupon code. There's 24 hours left to get 80% off with $85 activation fees. I would love to hear how you guys treat these next sets of accounts that you guys get. Do you continue to gamble them? Do you continue to push the needle or push the thread, push the needle through the thread, right, is what I should say, at a very rapid pace? Or do you take your time? Do you want to do things the quick, easy, what seems easy way, the high risk, high reward way, that can also cost you a lot of energy, money, time, suffering? Or would you want to take it the more realistic way that is going to allow you to be here in 3 months? It's going to allow you to still continue to trade in 12 months, in 24 months, in 36 months. It's going to allow you to build a future for yourself the right way. Hit that thumbs up button, guys, on the way out. I appreciate it. I'll see all of you guys on the next one.